Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there lived a mighty baron who was renowned for his magical powers and his ability to foretell the future. One day, the baron looked into the book of fate to see what the future held for his 4-year-old son. To his dismay, he discovered that his son would one day marry a lowly maid from a poor family. Disturbed by this prophecy, the baron hatched a diabolical plan to prevent it from coming true. He rode into the town of York, where he saw a poor man sitting outside his house, looking sad and doleful. The man explained that he had 5 children to feed and could barely afford to take care of them, let alone a 6th. The baron offered to take the last child, a baby girl, off the man's hands. The desperate father gratefully agreed, and the baron rode off with the baby girl. When he reached the bank of the river house, the baron threw the baby into the water, hoping to drown her. But fate had other plans. The baby's clothes kept her afloat, and she drifted downstream until she was found by a kind fisherman and his wife. They took her in and raised her as their own. Years went by, and the baby girl grew up to be a beautiful young woman. One day, the baron was out hunting with his companions when he stumbled upon the fisherman's hut. He saw the girl and was struck by her beauty. He cast her horoscope and learned that she was the same girl he had thrown into the river years before. The baron knew he had to act quickly to prevent his prophecy from coming true. He wrote a letter to his brother in Scarborough, instructing him to put the girl to death immediately. The unsuspecting girl set out for Scarborough with the letter in hand. But fate intervened once again. A band of robbers broke into the inn where she was staying, stole the letter, and wrote a fake one instructing the brother to marry the girl to his son. When the girl arrived at the brother's castle with the fake letter, they immediately prepared for the wedding. The baron was shocked to learn that his plan had backfired, but he was not one to give up easily. He lured the girl out for a walk along the cliffs and was about to throw her over when she begged for her life. The baron made a deal with her. He would spare her life if she could produce his gold ring, which he threw into the sea. The girl wandered the countryside until she came to a nobleman's castle, where she became the scullery maid. One day, while cleaning a huge fish that was to be boiled for dinner, she found the baron's ring inside. Overjoyed, she rushed to the baron's castle to show him the ring and proved that she was meant to be with his son. The baron was astounded when he saw the ring and realized that his plan had failed yet again. He gave the couple his blessing, and they were married in a grand ceremony. The once lowly maid had risen to become a noble woman, all thanks to the twists and turns of fate. The girl couldn't believe her eyes when she saw what was shining inside the fish. It was the same gold ring that the cruel baron had thrown into the sea, the very same ring that had marked her as an outcast for all these years. With a quick and clever move, she snatched the ring from the fish's belly and slipped it onto her finger. But what could she do with the ring? She knew it wouldn't be safe to go back to the baron's castle, but she also knew that she couldn't keep hiding forever. So, she decided to use the ring as a way to gain power and prove her worth to the world. With newfound confidence, the girl began to climb the ranks in the noble's castle where she worked. She impressed everyone with her hard work, her kindness, and her intelligence. Soon enough, she caught the eye of the noble himself, who was amazed by her charm and grace. The noble took the girl under his wing and taught her everything he knew about politics, diplomacy, and strategy. He saw in her a natural leader, someone who could take charge and make a difference in the world. And so, he gave her a mission to bring peace to the warring kingdoms of the north. With the ring on her finger and the noble's trust in her heart, the girl set out on a perilous journey through the frozen wastelands of the north. She faced many dangers along the way: wolves, bandits, and treacherous snowstorms. But she persevered, driven by her sense of purpose and her desire to prove herself. When she finally reached the warring kingdoms, she found a land torn apart by strife and hatred. The two rulers were bitter enemies, each determined to crush the other and claim the throne for themselves. But the girl knew that there was another way. Using all the skills she had learned from the noble, she began to negotiate with the two rulers. She listened to their grievances, heard their stories, and found a way to bring them together. And with the power of her words and the ring on her finger, she finally brokered a peace agreement between the two kingdoms. The girl became a legend in the north, known as the ring bearer, who had brought an end to the centuries-old conflict. She returned to the noble's castle as a hero, and the noble himself was so impressed by her that he declared her his heir. And so, the girl who had been cast out by the cruel baron found a new home, a new family, and a new purpose in life. She had used the very thing that had marked her as an outcast to become a hero and a leader, and in doing so, she had changed the course of history.